Three. I think we hit a record here. Was
No, unmute.
Can't you unmute him?
Not if he does it himself.
Oh, damn.
Give us that rattle ASMR, Carson.
But you can mute me, right?
I can. Yeah, I can.
We're live.
Huh?
When did we go live?
When I wanted to capture Carson fiddling with his mic.
My computer always tells me like 15 seconds late. It's like, oh yeah, now you're live. I'm like, oh shit. Hi guys. Hi everybody.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hyperspace Hype, episode number 53, the show where our schedule light speed skips. We can never lock on a date. Joining us, we have Evan.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I love Hyperspace Hype. There's a lot to talk about. Bad Batch, 2 episodes. I want to talk about last week's episode and I guess 2 weeks ago episode of Bad Batch, episode 10, then episode 11 in Bad Batch, which came on the previous Friday, but also like the state of Bad Batch, because people have been we talked about it a little bit last week, or the last time we had this episode, in terms of people's complaints about the Bad Batch, but I also want to talk about it again because people keep on complaining and I have thoughts. But then, I finished The Rising Storm, which was the latest novel in the High Republic, so I want to give some non-spoiler thoughts on that as well at the end.
And also joining us, we have Carson.
Unmute.
I'm here not fiddling with my mic.
We saw you.
Never could be me.
Is that what they call it? Fiddling with the mic?
I get no. It does sound okay. Anyways,
it's a new podcast.
So it's a new podcast. We got 2 Bad Batch episodes. I continue to love this show. It's great. And then it's like, okay, no, I'm not going to be negative. But when that Mando tweet came out today, I was like, I'm just chilling over here in Bad Batch. I don't care. Leave me alone. Why is there a separate deal for this?
Why is this DLC?
It's so stupid. I'll be negative. It's like there's a tweet that came out. Star Wars is doing a whole documentary of how they brought Luke Skywalker to life in Mando season 2.
I remember watching.
I don't care.
We don't care.
I remember watching the original gallery. I was like, where the fuck was the Luke shit?
They're double dipping. It's terrible. It's like, okay, they brought an actor in, they mocapped him. The end?
They tweak Mark's voice.
Mark Hamill shows up to set, I guess.
Mark Hamill. They want to get some Mark Hamill quotes in there, how he longed to play Luke Skywalker during this era. I don't care. I won't be watching because I don't care.
Did they completely shave and DH Mark Hamill? No, they fucking didn't.
It's like, and what can they show us behind the scenes? Like him doing, like, the droids aren't real, right? So it's just like,
it's going to be, aside from the cast in character just standing there watching, they're going to be like, oh my god, Luke's here. Whoa, R2's here. Wow.
Just like the writing.
Damn. They're going to be like, look at R2. Oh my god, they got brought over from the Force Awakens set or something. Like, it's like, okay.
It's like, what, this can be 10 minutes? It's like
Peyton Reed's going to be there. Maybe he'll have some fun.
Oh, Peyton Reed directed that episode, right?
Yeah. Give me the Quantumania tease. Kang, it's coming. It's all connected.
I totally forgot about him directing that episode. Man. But yeah, that scene does nothing for me, so I won't be watching. But happy to everybody else who will be.
I'll be watching. I'm just annoyed because I'm making this video parody, and I'm just like, damn it! I don't want to wait till the end of August.
You could just reference it. Just be like, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But it's just funny because I haven't liked any of the behind the scenes Disney Plus things besides Mando season 1.
You know, like the assembled Marvel stuff.
Haven't watched it. Like, besides, like I watched half of the WandaVision stuff because I remember I was watching it before doing my Cup of Tea episode, so I was like skimming through it. But then I told you guys like I didn't finish it and I didn't miss much, so I'm like,
I didn't get
Marvel assembled stuff or weird. It's just like, I don't care. It's just them being, hey, we're back. I'm back as Falcon, and
it's so polished. They're like, it was really important to us to have a live audience for the sitcom. I'm like,
okay,
I want to hear about everything else.
How'd you keep them quiet? Tell me your secrets, Marvel.
It's like they give us stuff that they've already said numerous times in other interviews, and like we've read about this for months.
It feels like a long sizzle reel in comparison to actual like in depth, like the gallery stuff. Like for me, does. Break down each episode. Show me how they achieve the effects.
Exactly. Like I hope they do one for Bad Batch because I want to see the behind the scenes of the look of
cool.
the show. The look of the show is it's the best
Yeah,
looking
and I
Star
see all
Wars
these
show ever.
VFX artists tweeting every week of like, "Hey, this is our inspiration for this." I'm like, "This is the shit I want to see in a documentary."
Yeah,
I feel like if they
on.
didn't do it for Clone Wars, I don't think they're gonna do it for Batch.
Hey now,
Hey
I
now.
might
sweet
watch
sweet
the one-
content machine says otherwise. They'll hold us over.
Hey now. This is what dreams are made of. Thank you, Hillary Duff. But what an overly chopped reference I made.
I got it. I got it.
No,
But,
yeah,
But I forgot. You said there wasn't one for Clone Wars.
no.
That's
No,
crazy to me. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So they might not do one for Bad Batch, but if they do one for Loki, I might watch it because I like the.
Oh,
Cast
but yeah,
of
wait.
Loki.
But wait,
So-
doesn't Carson also praise that Frozen 2 got one?
That was a good one. I heard.
can you please watch it? It's like,
Why'd you do this, Nathan?
dude,
I forgot.
dude, watch this thing, and you'll absolutely think every other documentary if they've done for any behind the scenes thing, absolute joke compared to this one. It's so good.
They literally sweat on the keyboards, guys. You gotta watch it.
No, dude, it's like actually in the creative process, and it doesn't feel polished at all. Like they're literally just cameras there watching them make the damn thing.
I'm going
So
to watch
cool.
it one of these days. I know I told you that for a year now, but I will.
It's such a quick
I'll
binge. You
watch
could
it.
binge it in like 2 hours.
Hello there.
It's a
I
movie.
think it's less than that. It's like 20.
Hello,
minutes,
Jedi
so
Master PG. What if that's just Ben's Star Wars account?
burner account. So he
I
doesn't
can't
get-
show up to the Star Wars ones. They can't know it's me. It's a fucking Palpatine in the shadows.
Oh gosh.
Anyways,
Yeah.
enough rants about documentaries.
Yeah. Let's get to Bad Batch. So, last week, episode 10.
Last time on.
Last time on the Bad Batch. Chum chum. I love the way the
Chum, chum,
episodes
chum.
start. It's like chum chum.
It's very military.
Very military.
Um,
I liked episode 10 a lot. It reminded me, it's a slower episode, which is fine. It's not one of my favorite episodes, but I still enjoyed it. Every animated show is going to have one of these slower episodes. It's funny, you have a slower episode and people are like, is Bad Batch going on a slump here? I'm like, go rewatch the Clone Wars Season 1 and get back to me.
It's
But
not
anyway.
even slow.
It
cat and
wasn't.
mouse.
I
We get
agree.
this socio-political context with them rescuing a
That's-
separatist.
No, that's
amazing.
That is interesting. Like when it was starting out, I was like, "Oh shit, we're like following like the uprising of the planets." That's
Yeah.
like the takeovers. That's really cool. And then most of the episode then goes into action. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like at the
that's
start, I
why-
was super compelled.
That's why I was kind of let down. It was just like a lot of action in the second half of the episode. But I
Shot
liked the
very
way
well.
shot beautifully. This
Shot.
fucking
It's
show is-
animated, but they make it feel like it's shot.
this show is unreal in terms of how well it looks. Like it's disgusting. Like you can pause it at any moment. I hate when this cliche like praise was like, if I pause it at any moment, it's like a painting. But
Yeah, that's my Blade Runner 2049 go to like 5-star review.
I think
5-star letter.
the only time I said that was when I reviewed a Portrait of a Woman on Fire. 'Cause that's actually
Lady?
very true.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Lady on Fire. Yeah.
Ooh,
it's
how
like-
movie. What a movie.
What a movie.
What a
picture.
picture.
Shot.
But it's the same thing for Bad Batch. Like these fucking shots are incredible. But yeah, I agree. Like
They
the last,
choose like it's like you don't have to blur anything in your animation, but you did to get the depth of field.
nice $6 word there. Depth of field. Oh.
Split that out. I mean, anyway.
I swear that one shot in WandaVision of him on the couch is so a split diopter shot. I'll die on this hill.
Did you guys see? Like, it was so hilarious that this is unrelated, but like, Don Cheadle was nominated for Falcon Winter Soldier, and even he was like, "I don't understand."
One of the best reactions to the Emmys, quick tangent, is just like, did the Emmy voters watch anything last year? I guess not. Because like it's all recent shows like The Mandalorian, WandaVision,
Drama?
Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's like
Oh, hey, I mean, to that point, yeah, Mando.
what
got
came out
nominated.
last year? It's
Hey,
crazy to me.
It's so funny. People like somebody was like tweeting like, the Emmy snubbed Gina Carano for her performance as Cara Dune," and then people were like, "When will people learn that like you must have the capability of acting to be nominated for an acting category?"
Exactly. I think Don Chino was just nominated because you saw like first he's probably like a diversity quota, but also it's just like he's a famous actor, Oscar-winning, Oscar-nominated, Emmy-nominated actor. So it's like, oh, he's in this show that we already kind of like.
I'll
So
nominate him again. Yeah.
Put him in there. Falcon and Winter Soldier didn't win anything else. But in terms of Mando, since this is a Star Wars show, I guess we could talk about 24 nominations for Mando season 2.
Yes. Well, okay. Actually, one more thing with the Falcon Winter Soldier thing. It is
Sure.
weird that they nominated Cheadle, but they didn't nominate like Isaiah Bradley's actor.
Oh yeah, because that's the definition of a good guest actor.
Performance. Yeah, two or 3 episodes.
Yeah,
probably less than 10 minutes of screen time.
I agree. Probably had like a minute or 2 more screen time than Don Cheadle. I don't know. It's weird.
He was at least still there throughout the show. Don had like the beginning of the pilot. That's
right.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, the Emmys are always going to be the Emmys. I still love them, but it's just 24 nominations for Mando season 2. Most of that is coming from the below the line categories, the tech, writing, directing. Even then, I'm like, writing and directing? But like they nominate 2 years in a row Giancarlo Esposito, who one of my favorite actors. I love Giancarlo. Fantastic actor. But Moff Gideon has to be, and I'm not overphrasing here,
I'm putting this in my essay.
one of the most overrated characters and performances in the last 2 years.
It's just the Gus hype. It's just Gus.
It has to be, right? Because whenever people react to it, like, oh, yay, Giancarlo, guess what GIFs they use? Gus! They don't use GIFs of Giancarlo and Mando, because what is he doing?
You know why? Because he's barely in it.
Psychological warfare, Evan.
He's barely in the show. It's extremely overrated. Like, I'm like, people know about it. It's popular. It's a popular character. But when you say, what has he done? We
don't know his character at all, really.
We don't. And we're all going to season 3. 3 seasons. And I'm just like, what has he done? Again, the end of season 1, I was compelled. I'm like, okay, this is a great
great hook.
Great hook, exactly. Yes, a great hook for what could be a good villain going into season 2. There's a lot that he could do. But he only shows up in the Mando finale. Everywhere else, he's looking to the camera. He's surrounded by robots. What was he doing?
I was talking with one of our friends in the group chat. I won't expose him for the sake of his humanity, so I'll change his name. We'll call him Losh. Okay, so I was talking to Losh.
Wow.
and we were going back and forth. And I was like saying, like, why can't we have more focus like throughout the episodes of like Din's humanity? And then like he says, well, that's what the further like episodes are going. And I'm like, we're going to season 3, Losh.
Yeah, and I've gotten that response, and I respect it. I can't agree. There is a hint of a subtext with Mando that I like especially like in season 1 and season 2. There's a hint of subtext.
They don't capitalize on it though.
But I love how Carson just finished my sentence. But you're right. They don't capitalize on it. They don't. There's a lot of juicy stuff.
It's like I had to add the context. It's not there.
It's not there. It's crazy. It was like, especially with the Boba and Mando thing, all throughout season 2, I'm like, I got a bad feeling about this.
Right, like this is why.
But there is potential. Mando is a struggling Mandalorian, and Boba is an ex-Mandalorian. So I'm like,
I remember how it was like, oh, with Bo and him, like we'll have the duality.
Yeah, we're gonna have this triangle of challenging the crew.
No. You just threw it away.
We just get a fight sequence for all of episodes.
Instead, we got a rotating Slave 1 cockpit.
And now,
cool.
And now we have like, oh, you are now the rightful ruler, but he doesn't want it.
You don't understand what you did, man. No, you picked up the sword and now...
And Mando's like, what are you talking about?
He's literally like, I yield, take it. I don't care. Alright, fake fight me. I don't know.
Pause all that tension. Luke Skywalker's here.
Oh. One of the best moments in TV history.
And then it was like, okay, we're going to get back to it. Oh, he's saying goodbye. Alright. Oh, R2's here.
Oh, man.
X-Wing.
We did it. X-Wing.
Pew pew.
It's like the hallway scene with Vader, guys.
Oh, man. It made me cry.
You're making me think of what's
I
his
like
face?
that scene,
don't say
but
it.
it's not for emotion.
Yeah.
The thou who should not be named of Star Wars YouTube.
Yeah.
Like falling over the...
I don't want to make fun of people's emotions, but yeah. It was pretty funny.
Look, I can... Okay, I'm done.
But yeah,
Narwhal Leary.
I'm never going to complain about a Star Wars show getting nominations, but I hope this continues with the other Star Wars shows that I hope are going to be just taking what Mando done, but it makes it better. I'm talking about Acolyte. But like I hope they just continue with all the other Star Wars shows because Mando, I feel like, is getting all these nominations. It's a solid show. It's not a bad show.
Yeah.
I guess it just needs more drama to be in the drama category, actually. But that's just my take. But
it's more of an action adventure category.
It's more of an action adventure kind of thing. It's like freaking Infinity War being nominated for Best Picture. Anyways, I know that was a bad example because people love Infinity War. But either way, I just hope the other Star Wars shows can replicate this. And yeah, congratulations, Panda.
I love blowing people's mind and letting them know that Infinity War has a lower Rotten Tomatoes score than Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's hilarious.
It's 84, right?
Say what?
It's 80. It's 85. Ant-Man and the Wasp is 88.
Yeah, I thought it was 84, but 85. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because remember Infinity War, people was like, "Whoa, by itself, it's not really a good movie."
Wow.
But what does it do as a singularity?
As a single movie, from start to finish, you kind of have to watch the other one. No shit, Sherlock. Anyways, 16 minutes in, let's go back to Bad Batch.
Yeah, tangent. Sorry.
I mean, it was kind of important. I mean, Star Wars. Good job, Star Wars.
I mean, it was solid, like, through line, and by the end, you're just thinking like staying with the people or like living to fight another day. That's cool. Good philosophy. I love it.
Does Star Wars The Clone Wars count? Can Star Wars The Clone Wars could have been nominated for an Emmy? Because that was leaps and bounds better than Mando season 2.
Did we hit an Emmy like
for 2020
award show before?
Like, I think that was all the way in February. Oh my god!
I think that counts.
That was February last year, and it ended by like May the 4th.
Because Mayor of Easttown came out this year. What? January, February, March. So.
Right.
Maybe it was just out of the reach. I don't know.
I think it could have counted.
I don't know when the last Emmys happened, so I don't know what.
I forget the call off date too. But
okay, it's not his burner account, guys.
Oh, there's Ben. So you're not Jedi Peasy. Good evening, Ben. We are definitely on the high ground tonight. We are done with our Mando dissing. We are moving on to the Bad Batch, episode 10. But yeah, this episode 10 and 11, it's funny how we're doing these back to back because I think they work really well together.
They're a similar vibe
in terms of like political insurrections, political dramas, if you say so.
This one definitely, episode 11 definitely could probably be more because it's like fucking Ryloth. Ooh,
yeah, which is crazy.
And I was like, are we gonna see Cham? And then what was great going through is like they were like in that scene, and like yes, Cham's over there, and then you just see like this green Twi'lek, and I'm like, is that Hera's mom? And it is, and I'm like, oh, hell
that was insane.
I thought that's as far as they would go.
But yeah, they kept on going in terms of their perspective. I thought it was gonna be like a prologue with the new characters, but then it'll go back to Bad Batch, but it continued throughout, and that really surprised me.
I'm sorry, but a little bit, but we like it. But we want to love it.
I can't read the comments. What is it?
Oh, I just said dissing Mando.
Oh, dissing Mando tier. Yeah, we have our thoughts. Mando season 1 is better than Mando season 2. Heyo. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go back and
talking about episode 11 now, or are we still on episode 10?
I want to go back on episode 10 real quick. But because I just think the Mandalorian, not the Mandalorians, the Bad Batch, Clone Force 99, going into. I was looking up the planet before this episode, and they went to Raxus, which is the center. I knew the type of planet what it was, but I didn't know the name. But they go to Raxus, and this is like the center of the Separatist like homeworld. This is very fascinating because, first of all, it's the Bad Batch clones who have been fighting all throughout the Clone Wars to get to this planet, to fight on this planet, to take back the Republic during the Clone Wars. And which is very interesting seeing from a Separatist perspective what's going on with the rise of the Empire, because we don't really see it that much from their perspective.
In the back of my head, I was like, Cassian, where are you?
Yeah, I was thinking of characters like Cassian, because Separatists, we don't shed a lot of light on them in like these in-between years between now and A New Hope. The Separatists looked at as the bad guys, but if you watch like this episode of the Bad Batch and all throughout the Clone Wars, like the Separatists are kind of like the beginnings of like the rebellion, because the Republic is the one that actually turns into the Empire. So it's very fascinating seeing like the Imperials gaining control of this Separatist and what the Separatists have to deal with.
I remember like a specific like framing thing of watching like making of films like in Attack of the Clones. George had a like there's normally like a side that you always see like the good guys and the bad guys charging at each other from, and like George framed it that the clones were coming from like the normal bad side, while the separatists were coming from the usual good side.
Mm.
In clones,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
it's like all.
Yeah,
And I like this episode too because, it gets a little over time. Is it Tech or Echo that's like saying like, oh, like, I mean, is it this? How do you know it's not a trap? Like they just literally have no conditioning otherwise, because they're so used to doing this one thing. And I think these two episodes back to back do something really good in terms of like, I think this show is heading towards, no matter how small of a little thing they are in the galaxy, like, this war and the sides of that war are sucking people in no matter what. If either they're oppressed by it, they're actively doing something for or against it, or they're subconsciously living their lives that are affecting it without their knowing. And it's like so interesting to see that, because it goes all the way back to that episode with Rex of like, well, what are you doing now? And they're like, well, I got to figure it out. Like, and so I think it was interesting how it kind of shift perspective in these two episodes, because we see it tread more and more into like how more innocent people or not so innocent people or people that we perceive to not be innocent get sucked into it.
Agreed.
It's so smart of the show to do that, because I think eventually it's going to be more choosing for the batch instead of just kind of we're not always going to be able to do jobs for Sid. It's just not realistic.
Yeah, there's an inevitability with this episode, really, in terms of eventually the clones are going to have to get involved with the fight against the Empire, against the Imperials. And you see this throughout a lot of good animated shows, like Resistance also. Although Resistance was like an isolated show, there were episodes where it's like, okay, now we kind of have to get involved in the dealings with the Rising First Order. Like, we can't just stay on our station all the time. We have to get involved against the First Order. And then
the movies are happening right now. We gotta do something.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Literally, no. Like, what's the dad character, the captain character?
Oh man,
his character was so good in terms of like resisting that. Not pun intended. And then like, no, for real, his character was so good. And then like having like the younger people like say, hey, no, we need to do something.
We need to take a stand.
We need to take a stand.
Yeah. And
I think, like, this show is so like, oh man, I just want to just like
everybody go watch Star Wars Resistance.
Everyone go and see like just seeing Omega with a certain character. This was amazing. It was just amazing to see like that interaction, because they're both so innocent, man. You're like, dang, we're at a weapons trade, dog. Like, we're like, this sucks. Like, can we go back and like watch the sky again?
Yeah. And that reminded me. You brought up the whole Sid thing in the last episode, and that's important because people call the last episode really like filler, like, but it's not really, because all throughout the episode, Hunter for one of the first time is like, Omega, you're not going to be on the mission with us, because I've seen people were complaining about every episode they get into a mission and Omega comes along reluctantly and then helps out and saves the day. This one was interesting because last week it didn't really happen like that. Omega actually stays away from the mission the entire time, and it's the Bad Batch kind of going on one of the rare missions without Omega. You see Hunter like say Omega and Tech, you go down that hallway, and Tech's like, Omega's not here, Hunter. Hunter's like, oh yeah, I kind of miss her now. Which is sweet, because especially after the events of the previous two episodes, with the whole Cad Bane series of episodes where Bane shot Hunter failed to protect Omega, and then Omega had to use her wits by herself to escape Fennec and Bane, all without Hunter. They were just there to rescue her. So I felt like Hunter really kind of wants to protect her by separating from her, that kind of cliche. And it doesn't really work out, but from Omega's perspective, I also liked how she's also helping out the Bad Batch in a way that she didn't expect by beating Sid in that was it Sabak? I don't know what game they were playing. Sure, yes, that one. I can't pronounce it. Was that famous
D apostrophe Jarek.
Yeah, Dejarik. Okay, cool.
Din Djarin? No.
Dinjarin crossover. But
DLC.
it was cool how Sid was like helping out Omega there, saying like you're not completely useless. You do have things that you can contribute. And by
Paid
the
off
end of the
their debt.
episode, I mean, yeah, by the end of the episode, she pays off their debt, which is huge. Because I thought going into this week's with the Ryloth episode that they're not going to be working for Sid. Interestingly enough, when they get to the moon on episode 11, they said like, "Oh, we're dropping off a shipment from Sid." So I'm like, are they still working for Sid even though their debt is paid, or are they just now being more careful with the missions they take? Because this mission seems to be very important, as we'll talk about on Ryloth. Because Ryloth is shit's hitting the fan on Ryloth, and they might need the Bad Batch's help.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. So as far as episode 11,
Yeah,
I found it really interesting in the way it was telling, because at first I was kind of bummed that we weren't really having a Batch focused episode. Like they were barely in it at all. But it also is like a good way, because I know obviously like there's a grand scheme that like everybody's going to be together on this for sure. And I like the way that they're doing this. It helps make the universe not feel as small. Just be like, oh, this character is now here in this big adventure they're a part of. No, like we're like leading up and seeing like how they get together first, as opposed to like say, sorry, in Mando season 2, where it's just like you got to go to Ahsoka, you got to go to Boba Fett, you just like ping ponging,
boing 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 boing,
pinball machine all across the galaxy to like iconic characters. Instead, it's just like we get to now see how they're getting there, why they're getting there, instead of backdoor pilots.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think this is adding a lot to the world of the show, which is something you can't really avoid when it comes to Star Wars. It's very important to set up a context, to set up world building, especially during this era. This is one of the main hooks for Bad Batch in general. You're not just going to be following the Bad Batch. Well, you are, because it's called the Bad Batch. But also the hook for Bad Batch was that it took place during the era that we've seen a lot of before, but from a different perspective. This is very early on. The only other early on kind of series that delves in between 3 and 4 is Darth Vader comic books. And that's from a Darth Vader's perspective, which is kind of warped. This is going from the early Republic. That's why we get to see characters like Forrest Whitaker's character. I'm dropping the name right now.
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera. Thank you very much. Saw Gerrera. Yeah, exactly. Lies, deception. We get to see his character, and now we get to see something similar with Ryloth. And yeah, I would have liked to see more Bad Batch, but also I kind of like the change of perspective. It's one of the things I criticize Mando about in other shows in general. Mando isn't exclusive to this criticism, but when a show sticks to a certain character, it's like it's great, but also a show can really grow when it changes perspective of life, especially if it adds to it. Because the show for Mando is really just you're following Mando. It's called The Mandalorian, so that's what you expect. But I would also love a change of perspective, one of those episodes, to be about Gideon or to be about, I don't know, the black guy. What's his name? God, I'm terrible with names today.
Mando?
Mando, his best friend.
Grief Karga.
Grief Karga. Jesus, thank you. Grief Karga. Like a perspective switch like that would be nice. And not all shows do that. Not all shows need that. Like Breaking Bad hardly did it. But Breaking Bad, he had 2 characters. Anyways, going to Bad Batch. Yeah, you got Gus perspectives. You got Jesse perspectives. Anyways, for Bad Batch, I like that we're seeing perspective from Shan and Hera, given it's only 1 episode out of, 12? So I was perfectly fine with it
16.
so far. 16. So I'm perfectly fine with it. It didn't really bother me. And also, again, like Nathan said, this is adding a lot to the context of the series and what the Bad Batch are going to be facing leading into next week.
Yeah, and they're like I was saying earlier, like their the Bad Batch's introduction into their own episode is so interesting because it's them just completing a job, but instead of just seeing them go to the job the whole time and just more of the same, we see all this political buildup, and we realize that their survival job is aiding an uprising. And it all blends in together. So I think that works so well because it's not jarring. It just like they're naturally part of these same things.
I agree. And this is one of the main things that they talked about early in the series.
They delivering this job led to the assassination of a senator.
Which
Is he
is
dead?
crazy. I
He
think
did. He took right to the
No,
head.
but what's his face says you being arrested for the attempted assassination.
Yeah, he's framing him because he called the shot. But
Yeah, it's an
framing
interesting
Cham.
phrasing of words. I see what you're saying, Carson, because like the head Imperial guy says we're arresting Cham for their attempted assassination,
Right.
but the guy's dead. So I
I thought
think
they shot him in the lake, the
Leku.
lake, the Leku, or something. I don't know. I could be
I guess
completely wrong.
we'll see
was
in the next
pretty-
week.
it was pretty direct to me, so.
It seemed pretty direct to me, and it's
Yeah.
interesting because he is alive in the book Lords of the Sith.
Okay, well, okay, then maybe I don't know.
Which is, I also recommend people read that book, Lords of the Sith, which is a very interesting book about Darth
One of
Vader.
the rare canon books I've read.
Oh wow, Nathan! Holy crap! I'm so proud of you, buddy.
Like early days, like right after Force Awakens, I was like, ooh, an audiobook.
Yeah, that came out in 2016.
Back
Great
in the
book.
day.
I literally had
Back in
like
the
on
Paul
my,
S. Kemp.
a laptop before this
Nice
has
book.
my file of the audiobook that I listened
Nice. I got the hard copy, of course, because I'm a real one like that. Just kidding. Audiobooks are nice.
to. You listen to Princess Alderman?
The only one I've listened to is the Resistance Reborn one. And, of course, Dooku Jedi Lost. Perfect. I know.
But just to geek out for a second.
Yeah.
Going through, I was just like, oh my god, Hera's mom, that's awesome.
Yeah, what was her name? Shoot. Do you guys remember?
Thanks, Ben. Just congratulating me for audiobook listening. Oh, sure.
Best.
I need to think back, but it was like really cool to see her, and I was like, that's awesome. It would be cool to see Hera. Not gonna hold my breath, and then they bring up that Hera's like off doing something. I was like, does that mean we'll see her? And then like they go over, and you see Hera, and you see Chopper, and I'm just elated.
I was shocked. Yeah.
It was so good, and like
were you guys spoiled by?
No, is that Carson? Is that what was trending? By the way,
Hera. It said the Bad Batch trending with Hera, trending with #Hera, and I'm like,
damn,
come on! I'm just looking at the news, and then 5 minutes later, Star Wars the main account tweets out like this watch episode whatever now, and like the second shot of it is Hera laying on the ground. I'm like, dude,
I was so lucky. I think I had like seen like somebody like did a reaction, like their thumbnail had like I was going by fast, but I thought I saw Cham, which I'm sure I did. So there was something in the back of my mind like, oh, we're gonna see Cham, who's in like the first like 30 seconds, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, I didn't know anything about Hera or Chopper.
I mean, neither. Whenever like it's a day after a Marvel show or Star Wars show, I never click on the trending page because it always like under it'll be like trending with the spoiler.
As soon as I
I'm like, come on!
as soon as I finished it, it's like Loki, fucking and like everything.
Like I remember, I was trying to avoid WandaVision spoilers, and it was like trending with Evan Peters. I'm like, wait, what?
Trending with Quicksilver.
I'm like,
trending with X-Men was trending, like everything.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool.
But yeah, it was cool seeing it. She's got the thick French accent.
Yeah, that was fascinating to me. Like she has the Ryloth accent, which she doesn't have anymore in Rebels because she's been away.
There was like a
so
hint of
long.
it in an argument that she had with Cham in Rebels.
Yeah.
Also great that
cool detail.
Credits confirmed. Vanessa Marshall was back, which is awesome.
Yep. Oh wait, so that was Vanessa Marshall as Hera?
Yeah.
Was fantastic voice acting.
So
Holy
good.
shit.
Yeah.
I know.
No
Better
way.
than Freddy, but yeah.
Yeah, Freddy. Freddy gave no fucks. He was like, "Yo, Freddy, we need you to come in and voice Kanan."
If you could just
He's
like kind of your nose while
now.
talking, like
Yeah.
Honestly, he sold. I didn't even know it was Kanan. So.
Oh yeah. That's terrible. He sounded just like 30-year-old Kanan.
But
okay, fine.
it is cool that
I didn't know that was fucking Vanessa Marshall. That's crazy. Because I was watching it, I'm like, oh, they must have got a different voice actress to voice younger Hera. That makes sense. But wow, that's some fantastic voice acting.
Also cool is like while they were like approaching back to their home, in the background, just like you can barely make it out, like the end of the engines is a downed Y-wing, which remembering from Rebels, Hera pulled Chopper out of a Y-wing. Around when they first met, and that's why like they're so like loyal together.
Is this when they're going home after the Bad Batch
she
meeting?
got arrested? after Hera got arrested before the Bad Batch meeting.
Before the Bad Batch meeting. Okay.
It's daytime still.
Okay, cool. I have to look at that. But yeah, that shot of her in the daytime when they first show Hera and she's like looking up at the sky. I'm like, is this a Pixar movie? Holy shit! Like it looked incredibly photorealistic. Like if somebody told me that shot was like all live action, I would have fully.
They were going through the sky at one point. There was just like a huge bank of clouds, and I'm like,
oh my
god, whole planet.
That shot was insane.
The whole planet.
It was like sunset, and I'm like, who drew this? Like, give them a raise. Like, it was. Oh my god, it looked too good. My brother and I literally paused it. We're like, can I get this like as a poster? Because it's just
Rob McQuarrie, that you?
Yeah,
for real.
This episode, and they were hyping it up too. They were like before the episode aired, one of the creators was like, "Oh yeah, this is a visually stunning episode. Hopefully nobody gets spoiled and stuff like that." So yeah, the episode
during lockdown too. Beautiful. They were making this. Like how, dude? Like
man, they created this and Raya in lockdown. I'm like. How
good is your computer? Like,
yeah, they must have the ship on
Intel Core processing. I don't know.
Sponsored.
But also, once again, Lucasfilm proving like, oh, we want the Rebel sequel. How about a Rebel prequel? Like, just give it to me.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like just
they're teasing me. They're making these models. Give it. It also makes me question like if they did. Rebel sequel, are they going to continue the Rebels aesthetic, or are they just going to use Clone Wars now that they have it again?
I would be fine with either way. People would love to shit on the Rebels aesthetic. I thought it looked beautiful.
The sabers are too thin.
The sabers are too thin. Rebel sucks. Yeah, no.
It's McQuarrie inspired, and it's dope.
It looked really good. I never had complaints about anime. I'm always the last one to complain about animation in an animated TV show or movie. Like I hardly ever complain unless it's like a drop in animated quality, like during a fight scene or whatever. I hardly ever complain about it. But yeah, Rebels always looked beautiful, especially in season 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, people always have their complaints. But yeah, this episode was just it just looked this is like one of the best episodes I've seen, looking episodes I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, best looking, yeah.
So very, very good. But yeah, the mother, I don't know if we said it before. I looked it up in the credits. Played is Eleni, whatever the last name is for Hera. Syndulla. Eleni Syndulla.
I was so annoyed while checking the because I was watching on my PlayStation, and it loves to like move over out of the credits to be like, oh, recommended the next Clone Wars, and I'm just
I hate that.
I'm trying to like read the credits. I want to confirm it's Vanessa, and like 5 times I had to like maneuver back over, like god damn, and I accidentally like started Clone Wars at one of them, and I was like, fuck, like.
War in the Galaxy. And literally, Skywalker.
I was like, shut up. That season 1, episode 1 isn't even the start. Get out of here.
Oh, yes, out of order.
It's still out of order on Disney, but why would they do that?
Stupid. But, yeah, quick tangent. None of the streaming services have nailed the Netflix pausing, rewinding.
Or fluidity, for that matter.
I read an article about that the other day. It's like they've gone all so fast to launch their service, and it's like, how can you launch such a subpar, shitty UX, UI, or whatever it's called?
I was on, what was I watching? I think it was on Amazon Prime. I'm like, Amazon Prime, it's close, but there was something I was watching where you can't even rewind it. Yes, Amazon. You try to rewind, but it just skips 10 seconds. I'm like,
yeah, it's only 10-second chunks.
Seconds. I want to do 4 seconds. Apple TV, oddly enough, is pretty solid. I'm watching Ted Lasso, and I just quickly rewind it. It's really fast.
I mean, I would hope so. They spent 12 years making a whole Mac and iOS. It's like, oh my god, how hard is this? Just
and
make
people always,
it.
Yeah, people always complain about HBO, but HBO's been fine on my PS5 so far. But it can have its issues
so
too.
janky on PS4, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
I would start just like watching episodes of something, and it would just like as soon as the credits roll, it was like, oops, something went wrong, and I'm like,
yeah,
why?
Dude, when I was watching Young Justice, every episode.
Wow.
Oops.
What sucks about that?
Go to.
And what sucks is like what I was watching. I was watching like Rick and Morty episodes because I haven't watched them forever. And like normally they have like small little end credit like gags at the end. But the oops pops up at the like beginning of the credits, and I can't go back to the episode and like go to that point because it would just go oops. And I'm like, fuck.
HBO, what are you doing?
I can imagine Nathan just sitting here, just like.
You know, it's still better than Paramount Plus because it crashes If you no, it was like, next episode, okay, well, I'll restart the episode you just watched, and then it will just give up when you try to click. It won't work. It won't.
Luckily, I have Paramount Plus on my smart TV now, so the only janky one I have on my PlayStation that I have to use is HBO, because HBO isn't on my smart TV. On my Vizio smart TV, I don't. Can they just make a deal?
My sister's using HBO Max on her smart TV.
You can AirPlay it. I'm like, I don't want to AirPlay it, bitch. I want to open the app. It's annoying. In my apartment complex, Wi-Fi is one of those like one network thing, and so you can't AirPlay to your TV because there's encrypted. Anyways,
you guys don't have like your own private Wi-Fi?
No, it's all one. I mean, we have sub accounts that like we log into to like secure our devices. But
is your like online connectivity like really slow? Like when you play online games?
It's actually good. We have our own like boosted router thing in our.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it's all one network, and so because of that, you can't do like personal local network sharing between devices. So I can't like AirPlay to the TV with my phone. It's so annoying.
That's annoying. Yeah. Damn. Jeez. But yeah, Bad Batch episode 11, really good. I liked it. Oh, and we get that heartwarming Omega moment between Omega and Hera that Carson was alluding to earlier. It's really sweet moment. It's really cool between two great characters, Omega and Hera. One we already know all about. We know all about Hera, but just seeing her interact with Omega and talk about living on a spaceship, giving hints to rebels, was just really sweet.
Such a dream to live on a starship. I'm just like, God.
Yeah. And then Nathan's just like, oh, Kanan's alone right now. I'm like, dude, can you just let me enjoy it?
I didn't say, I'm just like, fucking meanwhile. I'm sad too.
Meanwhile, Kanan's, what's he doing? Working in like a mine thing?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. I think he's still on the run, kind of. It's just like, I mean, he's a kid, dude. Like,
he's scared. He's traumatized.
I'm gonna go reread A New Dawn. Just so I can get to him and Hera meeting and just
so heartwarming. But yeah, I like Omega as a character right now. I was alluding to this earlier. People still have their complaints with Omega,
a child,
in terms of not knowing much about her. But I feel like it's slowly developing through her interactions with the Bad Batch, and especially her ingenuity in that previous episode against Cad Bane. I'm sure you're starting to get a feel for Omega. And I really like how it's seemingly not force related. It's all about just how her ingenuity, her relationship to her other characters, and her relationship to the Bad Batch really makes her who she is. She's a very caring person. And even outside, at this point, and even outside of the Bad Batch, her interaction with Hera was really
I meant at this point, like if they have not done the force eluding thing now, I don't think they would. But unless they blindside you before season 2, and it's like, please don't. Please just let it be.
And yeah, this doesn't seem to be a limited series. So while we're not getting super fleshed out characters with Omega or the Bad Batch, I think it's slowly developing. I think right now for season 1, the main question that the writers are really trying to answer here is what the Bad Batch are eventually going to do as a unit. What is their main goal? That seems to be the main theme of the show so far, in terms of you're working with Sid, you're doing odd jobs, but throughout each episode, you're learning that you have to take care of which job you're going to take. Kind of like that Rafa and Trace episode, where they're like, you guys didn't even ask what you're doing yet? That's kind of sus. And this time they actually helped out Ryloft. I don't know if they know the full extent of what's going on at Ryloft. Hopefully that's revealed in the next episode. That's what it seems to be.
Watch the finale. Be like, all right, you're like taking on this job, infiltrating Imperial occupation. And it's like, oh yeah, Lieutenant Callus, and then like they have to go against Lasat's. Like, oh fuck.
Oh wow,
that'd be so weird. So it's the full Rebels prequel.
Yeah, but all these cameos, I don't think they're any overbearing. It's honestly crazy to me how many complaints this show gets compared to.
It actually was like
dialogue
before they upgraded it. I was literally getting like 2.7 megabytes up, 2 megabytes down, or like super bad.
Yeah.
And now I get like 300, which is nice.
That's nice.
But
share it, please. You should host the podcast, damn.
Yeah. I should.
When I was living on my dorm on campus in college, like I had their Wi-Fi too, and it was the best because I had like around 300 something. It was really, really high speed. Nice.
Nathan's like about to freeze.
You're about to share visions? Okay. Go ahead.
Oh,
But
I thought Evan was
not
finishing
yet, not
something.
yet. Because I wanted to ask, where do you guys think this next episode is going to be going? Because do you think we're going to see the death of Hera's mom here? Because she's not in Rebels. In Rebels, they seem to be her and Cham seem to be like distant because of something that might have happened to her mom. That's kind of what's alluded to. I don't think they ever say that the Imperials killed my parents or my mom, but
You're join the batch.
she's not in the she's not in the
100%. It
show.
has to
So.
happen because Cham has to be radicalized more than he is now. And I think that would be the last straw, kind of. I mean, first they threaten his daughter, and then all this stuff happens, and now they're, putting him up for treason for.
Oh
Against
yeah, we didn't even
Empire.
talk about that. That stuff was really intriguing in terms of Cham's reluctance to really want to move forward, which I thought was a very human reaction. That's why I love the political drama of the show so far, because the Imperials being very iffy, and then you have the senator, the sus senator Ta, being like, "Oh yeah, the Imperials are here," but they don't want to listen to him. They listen to the people who listen to Cham. So Cham has to like bite his chin and be like, bite his tongue and be like, "Hey guys, we've been fighting and the fight is over. Please follow us," even though he doesn't fully trust the Imperials. But there's not much he can do. He doesn't want to have a full-on war again. And he doesn't want to have like risk the lives of the people that he's closest to, like his family and his people that devoted their lives to him during the Clone Wars. He doesn't want to risk another war. But like we just talked about earlier in our conversation, there's an inevitability with this show. You're going to have to get involved at some point, and Shame, unfortunately, is going to have to risk losing his loved ones maybe next week with the death of the wife, which is always so sad.
I saw Blurgs this episode.
Was there?
Blurgs.
Actually, yeah, and when
Yeah,
they were
it's
riding in the
Blurgs.
desert.
Oh wow, you're right.
But yeah, in terms of predictions, yeah, I imagine. Also, Cham is in the Lords of the Sith, right?
Yes.
Yes, and what I mentioned in our chat earlier, I'm like, I need to go back and see the timeline of that.
I forget. Did Cham experience like Vader in that
Yeah.
book?
Yeah.
Head on. Yeah.
I remember people were like, "Cham's really different in Rebels from the book."
He was. It was funny because the first time you meet Sham in Rebels, he's like an asshole, but
Yeah.
in Lords of the Sith, he was like a radical but kind dude.
Right.
So
But
it was
he
really
was.
weird.
Oh, I remember in Lords of the Sith, he was just like getting their underground network
Yeah.
going, because remember where they were going in the outskirts, like in this
Mhm.
episode. But that was like his lieutenant that was doing that. I think he just like moved out there because of like that's where his base was now.
Yeah.
In Lords of the Sith. So it's
And he was a cool dude. He was just in Rebels. I remember the first time watching it, I'm like, is this Cham? Is the writing team not like coordinating their stuff here?
Right.
But then the next time we see Cham, like later in Rebels, he's very much like the Cham we see in Lords of the Sith. It was just weird, but I think it worked for the sense of Rebels where they wanted to make him a super radical guy like Saul. It just didn't match up fully with Lords of the Sith, which was
Right.
fine.
What going on? 15 or 4 BBY.
Exactly, and yeah, people say like he might have been killed in Lords of the Sith in terms of the senators, Loras and Ta, which I think is another instance of like Bad Batch not going along with the canon, which is fine. It happened with the Kanan thing. His backstory was different in terms of the comic books. I don't really care. It's all super small details, like
the Ahsoka lightsaber colors, like.
Yeah, Ahsoka lightsaber colors, and like this wasn't supposed to be like in the Ahsoka novel. This is not how she fought Maul. It's like the little small details. It doesn't really matter to me.
As long as you keep the core stories, I suppose. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, and one last thing for this episode, the clone trooper in charge of like transitioning here was very interesting because he still has. Yeah, he's not an asshole. He still had the blue colors. He took his helmet off. Like this guy,
he's pretty nice to Cham.
He's super nice. Like he was like, "Hey, buddy, like I know, like here's your daughter. She was acting up again."
Did we meet him in Clone Wars? Is he?
Great question.
This is great because I just realized it's kind of the first. So we have the Bad Batch, which is willingly going against it because they don't have the chips. We have all the clones kind of just, subconsciously, consciously going into the Empire. And then we have someone like him who's kind of making the choice to go along with it, but actively making that choice. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a whole new thing we haven't seen before.
It's like, did he contribute to Order 66? Like, what's up
Yeah,
with
we don't know.
I don't
He's
think
so
this
casual. He's so casual. I don't know.
He's so casual, and then he gets that mission at the end where the Imperial officer is like, "Okay, now you go track down Hera. She ran away," and that's where the episode leads off. I'm like, "Whoa!" So he's definitely not gonna kill Hera, first of all, and he may be helping her escape, which is giving hints to how, in the Kanan series, one of the like saddest moments is when the clone trooper like goes against the Order 66 programming to help out Kanan escape in the final issue of that series. So I think we can kind of see this maybe like if he's forced to arrest Hera, he just lets her escape because he knows how good of a person she is. It's going to be very interesting. Or maybe this clone guy dies next week. I don't know. This can be a very interesting episode.
I think he'll interact with the batch. I think he.
True. Yeah.
I think it has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Crosshair's replacement. Oh no.
But he could die along the way. I don't know. This show's dark.
Oh yeah, there was also like a hint of Crosshair in this episode as well.
Yeah, he. Where was he? He was like lurking around.
Oh, was he
was like
Laura Santal, the senator?
No, he was like. I mean, he was like he was in the beginning, and like around the meeting room of Cham. Otherwise, he was like sniper, take down the ship and stuff. We got to see under his helmet. He's healing all right. He's
Yep. He got some back in him, so yeah.
yeah, some battle scars there.
Yeah.
Still don't know. God, it's been a while since we've really. I mean, I guess it's been 2 episodes since that big injury, but
actually, yeah, I had a very depressing potential theory that like, what if from the accident with the engine, that the chip is now like more melded inside his brain and not as easily removable.
That would be
totally possible because didn't they enhance it or something already?
Yeah, they already enhanced it.
I mean, like making it like less impossible to really like remove without like it damaging him because it's like he fried like the side of his head.
I can see that happening like when they eventually try to help Crosshair and remove the chip. I can see them like opening the back of his head and like seeing the back of his head and being like, oh shoot, like this might not be as easy as we once thought.
Like the synapses, like it's not like it's not like a little command center in there anymore. It's like all like
jumbled.
So
that's
why we're gonna need Ahsoka. No.
Oh god.
Okay, but again, if Ahsoka appears anywhere, let it be animation.
It would make sense. This is a time period that definitely makes sense. I will say that.
Rex is definitely still in contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could still see Cody as well in this.
How is this gonna end? Because I still think.
Yeah, we have 4 episodes left, right? I think this episode 12 or 11 that we just.
No,
11.
we have 5 episodes left.
12, 13, 14, 15. I can do math. Yes, 5 episodes.
5. I can't. Jeez, I can't.
No,
I'm a month out of school and I'm like.
We're hanging to the penultimate episode.
Yeah. Good one, Nathan.
Pen cubed? I don't fucking know.
Jeez.
Wait, is it cubed? Right now.
Cubed is 3. I think it needs to be 4. I don't know what 4 is.
Quad.
Pen to the 4th power.
Wow. We are not doing a math podcast.
No. God, please, God, no. Cancel that.
But yeah, there's only like 5 episodes left, which is so interesting to me. Because you believe like the last 2 are going to be finale level, going back to Camino probably. Maybe
probably part 1 too.
Yeah, probably seeing Fennec again, and hopefully we get a season 2 confirmation by the end of this. Because so far,
I want to see Trace
so
and
good.
Rafa again. I want to see Kat again. I gotta get season 2.
I really hope so.
The newborn Ezra Bridger. Born on Empire, guy. Anywho.
I think that's all it. Yeah.
We finally got our first. We have been dying. We have been starving.
We have finally been
fed.
Yeah, it seemed like this dropped a while ago, but it was only last weekend. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this. I'm a huge anime fan. I plan on watching like 4 or 5 anime this summer season.
Any second.
So I'm very excited to go through the Star Wars anime trailer. Here we go. Let's do it. This is 1080p. Holy crap.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wait. I did half speed and captions. Is that good?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Lucasfilm.
So in Iron Man,
Back on Iron.
Dramatic percussive
Woo!
music.
Oh, it's a fucking anime.
Dude, look at
These
the
character designs.
Look at this.
Oh my
Maybe we
God.
should 0.25.
look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You have been on the Kurosawa binge, my friend.
Look at that.
A droid in a
he's
straw
got a-
hat.
R2's
look
the
at
member
his
of the
strap.
Straw Hat.
Look at this, like,
He's got the strap.
He's a member of the straw hat. It's a straw hat.
dude. He's
Yeah.
literally.
Wow,
Jin,
look at this. Like this is
and
straight up
I think
like
that
Cowboy Bebop era
That-
stuff.
Yeah.
This is the Ronin story, right? Because I know that dude is on the
Oh,
cover of the
100%,
Ronin
yeah.
book.
I'm pointing like you guys can see me. But
dude
the
in
one
the
in
center?
the one in the middle, yeah, is Ronin.
Yeah, the hair.
Uh,
He's in our
yeah.
thumbnail.
Awesome.
And
By the way,
we
great
also got
thumbnail.
confirmation that the Ronin novel is a prequel to the episode or something. To
Oh, I didn't know if it was. I didn't get the time
Or
period.
expanded.
I think it is expanded. Yeah,
Okay.
The
expanded. or-
novelization.
yeah.
Right.
So I cannot. wait
Regardless,
for that.
it's cool that
Yeah.
it's that episode.
But yeah, the character designs. Woo!
Look at the First Order-esque troopers and just how they're looking in this style.
Dude, I know. It's
Wow.
absolutely insane. Like, this dude's got, like, I don't even know on the back of his head what it is.
I think they
his
also
hair's
said-
coming out of the helmet. Look at that. It's super
Oh,
So cool.
that's awesome. I think they had also said like a lot of the episodes are like a lot looser with the canon, so like they don't have to like adhere to it as much. But you know, if
Yeah,
it can fit, it
it's-
can fit.
cool. And that's
Exactly.
100% the most exciting thing about this so far is they're like, we didn't constrain anybody. We went to, 10 different studios and said, hey, do you want to do what would you do if you could do Star Wars in the medium that you love and know? And then they just took off and did with all this stuff. And I'm like,
There's one dude we're gonna see who's like, this is my last project before I retire, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh
I
no,
love that, dude.
that's pretty sad. Yeah, I'm like, I want him to
But
do
Anime
it's
more
anthology.
stuff.
also beautiful. Astro Boy. That's what they
I
said.
know. Look at those
Wow, look at
guys.
that. Oh man,
Wow.
James
September.
Wall? James
Not James Wan.
We also, oh my god. Oh
Look
my
at
god.
What the hell?
Oh
dude?
my god.
don't know if it-
beautiful.
I don't know if it's crashed or what, but like that is gorgeous.
This is Oogway Ascends right here, y'all. This is
Kung Fu Panda invented the cherry blossom trees.
what was I saying? Oh, it's coming out in September, and all episodes are dropping the same day.
September
so-
25th, I want to say. I could be
Yeah.
wrong there,
Yeah.
but yeah, all episodes on the same day, which kind of makes me feel like these are going to be shorter than I expected, which is a little sad.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
But,
I'm gonna have to binge it and it'll be gone. I don't like to binge.
I bet they'll be 20 minutes. They gotta be like 20-minute episodes.
I hope so. Maybe 10 to 20 minutes.
They're shorts. I'd be so mad.
Yeah, they're short films, but are they going to be
Right.
shorts? Short films can be as long as 5 minutes. So
Oh my,
Oh,
holy
wow, this is sick.
beautiful. Dude!
Yeah, and this is the twins one coming up. With
Yeah.
Twins of the
Studio
dark side,
Trigger.
right?
Yeah, this is Studio Trigger, which has everybody excited because it's probably the most popular animation studio that Lucasfilm is doing for this one. The
do you
Studio
know if
Trigger
like
is doing
any
2
other
episodes.
thing they've done?
The most popular one they've done is Kill La Kill, which is on Crunchyroll. And if it's personally, I didn't like Kill La Kill. It's
Did you
not
like how it
for me,
looked?
but it looked incredible. Like Trigger always looks incredible. But yeah, they're always fantastic.
The premise of this episode sounds so cool too.
Yeah, sister goes to the dark side,
Man.
or they're both from the dark side, I think.
And so,
Jabba! Episode 1.
Yeah.
We're
We're
getting a
getting
pod race
a-
episode. It's Skywalker.
what is the episode title called? It's called like
Skywalker.
Is it literally called Tatooine Rhapsody or something?
Not
Tatooine
sure.
Rhapsody?
That's
think
what
so.
somebody said.
It's in the trailer. We'll get to it.
Okay.
There goes Quadranero.
God damn.
Get
Oh my
speeder
God.
chases.
I didn't even realize we didn't get any footage.
Trigger.
I feel like we got.
Production IG is also really good. I love
Some
me some
footage,
production
didn't we?
IG. Production
no, this
IG
is all
is
just art.
fantastic.
Well, it's really great art.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm just
I feel like we're gonna see like one 2-second clip. I
2
swear they
second.
had
I
something.
swear we haven't seen any 2 frames put together. Yeah, look at these people. How happy they're like. I thought it was
So
a
good.
dream. Like these are the people. Man,
Akakiri. So
the hats of this series
the Ronin
are
dude.
going crazy.
Finally. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the character design for the duel.
Look at the cover.
So
of
this is the
that.
one, yeah, that the book's based off of. That's
my
really
God.
cool.
Dude, it's like seeing the Rogue One concept art, like designing like what is.
Dude, he's got like a look.
Wow, look at that.
Wow,
Come on.
spectacle.
fucking
Oh
it's
my-
Avatar. It's like
Come on.
That's insane. Holy shit.
Look,
Avatar Studios. Where
notice
you at?
this. The blue person is all. They're both just force powers right now.
This is the
Yeah.
twin episode, right?
Yeah, that's the twins.
I would love a book based off of the twins too. It sounds so cool.
Oh yeah.
We looking for something from the heart and soul of the individual creators. Music
Love to hear it. Love
to my
hear it.
ears.
To my ear holes.
So back on Iron Man.
God, that's so good. Look at that.
Wow.
I love
That's
the
so-
blades. They
Me
look
too. It
like
was
blades.
like short little blades, and oh my god.
And we also saw like on like the Ronin cover, like the dude actually like sheathes the blade. He doesn't just like de-ignite it.
Yeah, he used the blade, which again, like it's not fully canon. These are canon inspired, like Star Wars inspired stories here.
It's
and
like
just
it's like the
blade of-
early Legends battery pack lightsaber.
But yeah, they're like basically samurai swords, but just with lightsabers, and fucking awesome.
They are their visions through the lens of Star Wars.
God, look at that.
Oh.
Ooh,
Great
That's how I
concept
draw.
art. Oh, that's a
Ray?
great shot right there.
dude, Ray vibes.
Oh, I never saw the. So that's,
Yeah.
that's the person on top, right?
They're standing with
Oh,
a
wow.
droid on top.
I never
it
saw
looks
that.
like.
Okay.
I didn't
Oh,
either.
Ben promises he'll actually watch this by the time we talk about it on stream. He promises.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Please watch everything that we watch.
In different genres for each thing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That looks so
Big,
cool.
bold,
It's-
romantic,
it's-
and sweeping.
Rom- it's
Romantic. Give me the
When
romance.
Yes, dude. When it's like full on like how an anime usually like looks,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, Star Wars is actually here.
That's
This-
so
this-
rock opera.
Rock opera.
That's
Hell yeah.
amazing.
Dude, it's on Tatooine. It's called like Tatooine Rhapsody, I swear. Tatooine,
It
look,
is.
right there.
Tatooine Rhapsody.
It's
yeah.
called Tatooine Rhapsody.
He's a director. Taku Kimura.
So rock opera. Let's get it more amazing than that.
What is this? It's
Dude, I don't know.
Traditional Japanese culture of mountains. He's doing The Village Bride, which might be the romance one. I'm not sure.
It could be.
Ooh.
Could be. And this
Look
is
at
the
it.
twins. Oh my
Iconic.
god.
Iconic.
The story
Already.
of twins of the dark side. Oh my gosh.
Immaculate.
Look how happy this guy is.
Right?
Man, I cannot wait to dive into all these.
Oh my god, this is like
Dude.
insane.
Oh yeah, I think this is the girl who's like working. Yeah, the ninth Jedi. She might be
Hmm.
working for like a previous Jedi or something to get a workshop.
So interesting.
I'm not sure. Yeah, awesome character design
Wow.
here. Oh my god.
Oh, dude. Bandage sabers.
That
Yes.
speeder thing is
Oh
awesome. Look
yeah,
at the-
beautiful. Very Ray-like right there.
Yeah, you could have told me that was a Ray concept art, I believe you.
Yeah. And this is the droid. Is this the droid that wants to
I
be
don't know why I just keep
like
thinking
a
Ponyo when I look at this
pilot?
for some reason.
Maybe that would be cool.
I thought it was a droid that wants to be a Jedi or a droid that wants to be a pilot.
Astro Boy influence.
TOB1 or 2B1. I'm not sure.
People of Astro Boy.
I forgot we're getting Star Wars droids. That's so
Oh
sweet.
my god.
Yeah,
this
this
is
the
Full
one.
Metal Alchemist right here. Look at that.
Ooh.
Full Metal Alchemist.
This is
Oh,
Full
man.
Metal.
Full Metal Alchemist. Oh man.
Full
Yeah.
Alchemist Walker.
Dude, like this is like a training scene or something, or I don't even know what's going on.
Mother.
Oh,
that
oh,
means-
talk about heartbreak, dude.
I don't know what that means.
Watch Full
I
Alchemist
bawled
Brotherhood.
my eyes out to that show.
Oh, best show. For all the furries out there.
Okay.
But also, the main character being non-human, also very cool.
Mm,
You hardly see that.
yeah, we hardly see that.
But thank you, anime. Yeah. This
Oh,
fight's gonna be really cool. I cannot wait to see this. A period drama with a taste of Star Wars.
Dude, imagine like the little anime cutaways of like the words and like the different things that happen in anime, like
Yeah.
with the lightsaber battle.
Dude,
Nani?
I hope. I also really hope they have anime humor of just like outrageous expressions.
Dude.
that are simple.
Yes. Yeah. I
So-
want weird expressions. Come on.
So Kelly and I were watching this new anime on Netflix. Apparently people didn't like it as much, but we really liked it. It's the Record of Ragnarok or something.
Oh yeah, wasn't for me.
Anyways, there's this fight where it's the best swordsman in history versus Poseidon. It's so insane, and it just like got me thinking of like what like a sword fight, or trident fight or any kind of fight like that could look like.
What episode was that?
Episode, it's the last 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh yeah, probably didn't get that far. But yeah,
It's crazy.
story of a master and Padawan who meet an unknown enemy. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. Hopefully the master doesn't die.
I agree, Ben.
That's Bell's Dedifar.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, look at the old guy. It's an
Those
old
super
Sith.
short
daggers.
That's so cool.
His beard is split into 3. Oh, dude, it's like his thing is.
Yeah,
it
that's
says
the one.
His last word,
His last word, like
and he's
Nathan
like
said,
an
yeah.
old character in it. That makes me
Yeah.
sad.
So good.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
god, he's on top of the X-ray.
He's surfing the X-ray.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Okay,
This
these guys.
character's on-
What?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god! This dude's like
That's-
Poe Dameron on top of an X-wing.
Are they
like-
all?
That's
They're
so
probably
cool.
not off planet, right? I don't know. Like,
Even if
Dude,
they are,
they
I
are.
don't
Look,
care.
that's like a star or a moon or something.
well,
behind
that's
them.
what I thought, but it could also
could be
just be like an
nighttime,
exaggerated like
yeah.
engine blast too.
Oh, you know what? It
Mhm.
could be.
Yeah,
Regardless.
that's so freaking awesome.
God.
Holy.
Luke can never,
Luke can never.
dude. She looks like someone I know from Naruto. Like Naruto's. What's his wife?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett there.
Look at the house, dude. I love
Oh my God.
architecture and like all. Look at that.
Also, yeah, I was like Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Where?
The fact
Yeah.
that we're getting this, like, all these different. We're getting a Lord of the Rings anime. We're
Oh,
getting
look so sweet.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
all
you
these
guys see
costume designs.
that
Yeah.
co-writer of the Batman, who co-wrote the Batman with Matt Reeves. He's doing a Terminator anime series for Netflix. Which
I
I'm
heard
like,
it.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
they're doing a Terminator series for Netflix. Hopefully, it's not going to be 3D CGI. There we go.
No, I think it's 2D.
Flopping to Obi-Wan, Ninth Jedi, the twins, the duel.
Well, we're half speed and they go through that fast. Oh my god.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's like a sizzle at the end.
God. Imagine like when we finally get to see this like in full motion.
Right.
It's going to be blow our minds. Hopefully, the takeaway I got from this is the fan reaction. I was looking at the views in terms of Twitter interactions. A lot of people who aren't even fans of Star Wars, who are just like, anime fans, love the sounds of this. Hopefully, this hits the nail on the head. From everything we've seen, this looks like it's going to be a hit. But it kind of worries me that this is all in one day because it has like the Netflix effect of, oh, it's going to be cool for the week and the weekend, but
Then
then
forget about it.
people are going to forget about it 2 weeks later. Like, oh, yeah, Star Wars did do an anime thing. That's cool.
People are gonna post all the clips.
Exactly. So that's going to be disappointing. But hopefully this means they do something more of this each year, or at least every other
Right.
year.
There is no reason why Star Wars can't be releasing a feature-length anime or
Back up here, Evan.
or Pixar, an anime or like even a Pixar 3D animated film on the big screen and do like a Demon Slayer opening weekend. Like you could totally, he's larger than that. Like it's right there.
Yeah, have any of these anime studios that they worked with do a feature film
Come on.
Star Wars show, or Star Wars movie on the big screen? Like, oh my god!
That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm walking into Luke's home office. I'm getting a translator and I'm calling the country of Japan. I'm calling the ambassador.
Yeah, well, I didn't even think just now. Like the score for this series, like, are they going to have Japanese composers?
Oh, please.
My
It's
favorite-
got to be their teams, right, or whoever they probably
Yeah,
want.
my favorite composer of all time is the composer for Attack on Titan, Hiroyuki Sawano. He's done the score from a lot of my favorite anime TV shows. Attack on Titan, this recent anime, 86, Blue Exorcist.
One of my
He's fantastic. I want Japanese composers for this series.
favorite edits on YouTube is somebody took clips from Galaxy of Adventures and they make anime openings with them. And somebody used Sasageo from Attack on Titan.
Sasageo!
And it is immaculate. The way it's
Yeah. I want some Japanese bands. I want some Japanese composers working on this series. I didn't even think about that until now, but I'm very curious to how this series is going to sound like. And if they do have Japanese composers or soundtracks for each individual episode, I hope they also release around the same time so that we can listen to this on Spotify or Apple. Because I know Star Wars always drops the ball a little bit when it comes to releasing their music.
Right, with the weekly release. So yeah, it's like delayed. So I hope it drops the same day.
Star Wars Rebel Season 3.
Oh
my God!
I'm gonna send. I will if that ever happens.
This is comment of the year right there because Joe Hiyashi is
Legend.
a god among men.
Legend.
Yeah. When you hear his score for like a lot of his works, it's just like,
dude, my Castle in the Sky.
Castle in the Sky. Or the opening seconds of Spirited Away.
Or Howl's Moving Castle.
Or Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh.
You're like, okay, I know I'm watching Spirited Away. I know I'm watching Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, Joe Hiyashi. If they got him, is he still alive?
Yeah, dude. He's still alive.
So, right? Yeah, okay. He's
in his 80s. He's just like John Williams.
He's going to keep on going. Oh, yeah. He's one of the best composers ever. He is 70 years old, born in 1950.
Okay.
Sweet. So he's pretty young. That's
pretty young.
Oh man, yeah, Joe Hiyashi.
He's literally the goat. I listen to him all the time. If you ever, Ben, have you ever watched his like live concerts on YouTube? Incredible. Like it's so good.
Oh, thanks, Nate. I didn't see that before.
the third time.
Christ. Well, I don't know if Carson saw it because he was share screening.
I saw
it. I'm gonna get to him eventually. They're long movies, guys. Yeah, 70 years old. Man. Old dude. But yeah, he's up there for my favorite composers, but yeah. Woo-wee. Also, I like the composer for Haikyuu and My Hero Academia. It's Yuki something. Yuki Hiyashi, something like that. He's also really good because the Haikyuu score slaps. But yeah, I'm wondering what that's going to be. But yeah, going back to the novel, they're doing the novel on the Duel. I don't have the exact summary for it right now on me, but created by Emma Hideko. I butchered her last name.
Stone.
Not Emma Stone.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
I will.
Sorry, this isn't Aloha, my bad.
Yeah, sing it to me. But yeah, she's doing that based off of the Duel, and she's very Twitter friendly too. So I think she's a good follow as well. But yeah, that's it for the Visions and the Duel.
Well, that's our show. Hey guys, thanks for coming out. No,
oh, Carson, can you look up real quick? Look up the Lorna D audiobook because there's a new cover that came out 2 weeks ago, and a summary. Look for the article that came out in June because there's one that came out in March, but that's old.
It came out the release day of Rising Storm.
So yeah, if you can find that, because
Lorna D. Skywalker on the homepage. Luke
Skywalker. Never heard of him before. Is he a Jedi?
Of course, I spelled.
Oh, Ben saw him live at the Budokan.
You saw him live? Oh,
or maybe he watched him live. I'm not sure. The live concert is phenomenal. Ben, were you there live or you watched a live?
Regardless,
video?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Man, I would love to go there or just be at any of his live concerts. Jeez.
Okay, I'm taking the most unreasonable route to get to this article, but the High Republic.
It's fine. Take your time.
Okay, I found it.
Cool. Yeah, Nathan will have to come back for that. But yeah, Star Wars Visions, I really hope they continue this year to year because it might be watch it on YouTube. Budokan is the venue. Cool, Ben. But yeah, it seemed like this was a big endeavor. 12 or 10 studios, whatever. 12 episodes. It seemed like a big endeavor for animation. It takes a long time to do stuff. hopefully they can get around to making this like a yearly or bi-yearly thing because
Right.
I was blown away.
Yeah, me too. Like, I think like, I think it's really gonna be popular. Honestly, like Bad Batch has been popular, but like you were saying, I think it's gonna actually attract some people that didn't have Disney Plus actually, or just was like, hey, I want to check this out. So it's gonna be interesting to kind of see the discourse because I think there's gonna be like Star Wars fans talking about it and also anime fans like, hey, this is cool, checking it out for the first time, and then like maybe hopefully wading into different Star Wars stuff, which would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yes.
But yeah, this is the Lorna D. Because all we had before was that it was called Tempest Runner and Kevin Scott was doing it. Now we have this is the cover of the audiobook called Lorna D. Tempest Runner.
Here it is, Kevin Scott.
Woo, it looks beautiful. And this is the first audiobook for the High Republic era.
Correct.
Very exciting.
In this Star Wars audio original, delve into the cutthroat world of the High Republic's greatest foes, the merciless Lorna D.
Yeah, so so it talks about how like no one can outrun the High Republic forever. Apparently, after the defeat of her crew, she falls into the hands of the Jedi.
Love that.
She hides her identity, becoming just another Nihil convict. Her captors fail to understand the beast that they have cornered. Just like every fool she's ever buried, their first mistake was keeping her alive.
That's amazing.
Lorna is determined to make underestimating her their last. She's locked onto a Republic correctional ship, dragged across the galaxy to repair the very damage she and her fellow Tempest Runners inflicted on it. Blah, blah, blah. But she forms close relationships to people outside of the Nile, which is interesting.
Reminds me of exactly what Claudia Gray did with Into the Dark with the young Nile character.
Oh, yes.
So good.
Oh, my God.
What was her name?
Oh, no. What was her name?
But, dude, that was between...
She's still alive, right?
Yeah, Nan.
Great pool, Carson. From behind.
Nan and Wreath was, like, tragic, dude. It was like, oh, dang.
Yeah. Nan and Wreath, I was like, is there something going on there? Yeah. Oh,
what if we kissed in the Drengir?
I was full on with it, dude. I was like,
sorry, what? What romance? Romance, you say?
There was a very strong chemistry, I would just say, in Into the Dark by Claudia Gray between Reed Silas, one of my favorite Jedi in this era so far. Oh. Reed Silas and his character Nan, who turned out to be a Nile. Spoiler alert.
Like a Ryan Namari type deal.
No, they're both just end up in the same place, and they're kind of like lusting for each other.
Exactly. Like Ryan Namari.
I would say lusting for each other.
I know. I just.
Well, they're kind of like eyeing each other up. They're like, oh, like,
yeah.
I want to like talk to you more.
Exactly, which is interesting because then at the end they're like, was there a bit of truth to this, or bit this a lie? Like, because they both have like their duties, one to the Nile and one to the Jedi. So I really hope we see her alive again. Granted, we don't know what Claudia Gray's next project is, and this era, especially in the Writing Storm, this era is really good with recurring characters. So I am fully confident we'll see her again. But anyways, one of my favorite things here is outside of the Nile, separated from her infamous ship, her terrifying arsenal, and her feared name, Lorna must carve her own path, but will it lead to redemption? Or will she emerge as a deadlier threat than ever before? That is a fascinating line, especially after the Rising Storm. That's all I'm going to say. Because, spoiler alert, Lorna does bad things. She's a Nile. But yeah.
Does Markion do worse?
Does he do worse? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have to read the book to find out. Because the Nile are quickly rising to be one of my favorite villains, especially Markion. Markion's already like... Sorry, Moff Gideon. Markion is one of the best written characters I've seen in a very long time. Between Cavan and here and who did the first book? Charles Soule. Thank you so much, Carson. You're really helping me out today. I'm terrible at names today. I don't know what's going on. But Charles Soule and Cavan have really, really done well with Markion and Lorna D between both of their endeavors here. because the Nile are just so good, and I'm very excited to see what this audiobook can do. That's the cover of my book right there, even though it's half loaded.
Vernestra.
Yeah, Vernestra Rowe, one of my other favorite characters in the High Republic. Vernestra Rowe.
My favorite
I
as
just
well.
wanted to look at the High Republic page.
Yeah, that's Stellan. Oh, okay, moved on.
Oh, this book is out now.
I'm
The
going
kid
to start
book.
reading that tonight. Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, right there as Belle, that's Stellan to
this
the
is
left.
a new character, right? On the right.
We saw her in the last book. That is
We did.
Indira Stokes. She was the great pilot.
Yes.
In Line of the Jedi. But to the right, or to the left, I mean, you have Elazar Man with the blue lightsaber on top, and below him with the beard is Stellan Gios. Stellan Gios, whose perspective is like low key the main character of the Rising Storm, but Elzar and Belle also have their perspectives in the book as well.
We've only heard of Stellan.
Yeah,
before.
Yeah. We've only heard of Stellan. We saw him a little bit. He helped out during the Hetzal disaster.
Stellan,
right? But Stellan is a great
I guess
character.
we get a little bit of Elzar.
Stellan,
but
Skarsgård.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nathan has left the chat.
Guess why I got on mute.
Elzar Man, though. Elzar Man is the man. That's all I gotta say. But
we got an excerpt. I'm not gonna read out of the Shadows expert.
I fell for it. I had to. After I read Into the Dark, I'm like, I gotta see Wreath again and Vernestra.
Yeah.
And so we get Wreath. We get his new master. Comac Vitus. Comac, Wreath, Vernestra.
Comac is so cool.
So cool. So cool. And then we get Orla Janari in the next upcoming arc for the Marvel
comic,
one, right? The Marvel comic. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus, fuck. The High Republic is so good. And I can't wait to read Race to Crash Point Tower, because that's going to be continuing the adventures of the IDW comic book, which is nailing it so far.
Which is going to the fair, apparently, or maybe.
Yeah,
I guess
it takes place at the fair. Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Very
fair, the fair happens, but
I will find out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else. Before I go into my Rising Storm review, I want to go over some other things, some other news things. Oh, yeah. Bryce Dallas Howard, Jon Favreau, and Filoni are confirmed to be directing episodes of Boba Fett. In our last episode, we talked about how there's going to be other directors besides Robert Rodriguez, and then they confirmed
the same ones that we
it's the same
already
one.
know.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Which
Good
is
for Bryce.
Mando season 3 secretly.
I know, like who's gonna be directing Mando season 3?
Who wrote the scripts for?
It seems like Robert.
Okay.
I think. I think Robert wrote and directed this. Hopefully not. I don't know. Is he a good writer?
I mean,
Robert Downey Jr.
I feel like he's more of a director type that elevates people's writing, but also
I was gonna say like I really like Sin City, but then I remembered they like straight adapted Sin City from the graphic novels, like with like verbatim.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm
Robert's
excited.
a good writer too.
I'm excited for this show. I need
Sharkboy and Lava Girl.
I need to see more of the premise of what they're actually gonna be doing with the show.
I'm struggling, guys, to be excited for Boba Fett. I'm struggling. I
just realized it's like 5 months away. Like it's like coming. Like
it's coming, and we have 2 Marvel shows, 3 Marvel shows before this. That's insane. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm happy for the biggest thing there was Bryce Dallas Howard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that she's going back to the world of Star Wars. Because her episodes have been some of my favorite episodes from both seasons. I liked Mando season 2 episode 4. Was it 4 with her or 3?
3.
3 with the first introduction of Bo-Katan
and Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
What's our boy Rick Famuyiwa doing?
What in the world has he been doing?
I hope they're giving him
a movie, but that's not happening anytime soon.
I also hope Kevin Feige calls him for Blade, which I think needs to happen.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, like, so I think they're gonna upgrade him to something. I don't know what he's so passionate in those round tables, man, and he knows what he's doing. And I just want to see
That'd be dope, but
Oh yeah, because
Ha.
Dope is
Ha.
yeah. I
Ha.
just got it. I just got it.
anyway.
I think he's doing the Flash, right? Hey, oh,
Hey.
man.
When I fully realized who he was after hearing he had already left, I was like, no.
The Flash is not a real movie until I see it.
They're on set.
I
They're
see
literally
Michael
filming.
Keaton, but I don't believe it. Damn it.
I see Michael Keaton, but he's just getting groceries.
They're doing reshoots for Batman '89. 30 years later. 40.
Oh my god, that's
We are literally also argued the other day who's like the best Batman and stuff. It's crazy.
Did we? I missed these chat. I missed the arguments because it's like, oh, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But
Some
then
people have
I saw the
wrong-
Hans Zimmer thing, and I was like, okay, I had to get it.
Yeah, Carson woke up with that one. Yeah. Nathan had some
The
wrong
Lion
opinion
King. The
on
Lion
Dark
King.
Knight.
I
Nathan,
thought
the Dark Knight.
the
Thoughts?
Dark Knight's great. But oh my god, I'm so sick of hearing just people put it at just like the hierarchy pedestal to be the comparison end all be all. I'm tired.
It's in the top three. Top three.
It's dated.
Top three.
Top three what?
Comic book movies of all time.
Okay.
That's the hierarchy. That's the pedestal.
Yeah.
I'm describing the pedestal.
I have been trudged through just like such annoyance of being like the Dark Knight, the Winter Soldier. Like
I agree. Yeah, those complaints are a bit tired, but
I mean, yes,
comparison,
it is great. It's iconic, but I'm just like, god damn it, let me
I agree.
breathe with
Because
other
Endgame though, Endgame, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm
And-
kidding.
No, fuck. I will go to bat for Endgame till I die.
Mr. I've seen it 8 times. I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think what do you think my favorite scene in Endgame is?
Tony dying?
No. No, but like of all like the crazy fun shit that happens in Endgame, my favorite scene is like the Thor stuff with his mom. It's so personal.
Wow,
And great.
Yeah, that scene's great.
it's good.
It's great. You can say it.
I can't use the GREAT word.
Oh,
Can't do
Ever.
it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Ben, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that completely.
they're so good,
Yeah.
both of them, both those movies.
Pull it up so the people can see Nathan.
You're right.
For context.
Contacts. Logan over to the
The Rising Storm, Evan.
Rising Storm, guys. Oh my god, this book is good. Now, not spoiler wise, I think that the pacing of this book is what I really liked a lot because it's not a slow book at first. I agree with that. The Incredibles needs to be up there.
I'm not
The best-
happy, Bob.
I'm not happy, Bob.
Me watching Incredibles 2.
Damn it,
happy.
Carson! You gotta rewatch it.
Somebody mute Carson.
$1.6 billion later. For what?
Well, Carson's
For
driving
what?
so-
a great movie.
Why did we
Great
gross
movie.
that?
Incredibles 2 is great.
Great.
It's so pales
No,
the greatness of the first one. The
no,
first one is
it's a
so
good
much better.
consideration.
It's better, but not so much better.
The Incredibles 2 is like a 6 out of 10, maybe. On a good day, if I'm happy.
Forget you, Ben. It's not a 7.8 out of 10. I think I recently gave like Fear Street 3.8 out of 10. I can't go above. Or maybe it was Black Widow. I was like 3.7, 3.4
Out of 5.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the book. Yeah, I think the best part is the pacing of this book because it starts off. It's been about a year or so since Light of the Jedi, and the Chancellor wants to continue on with her great works that she discussed in length in Light of the Jedi, and that includes the Republic Fair. So everybody has to get involved in the Republic Fair, but a lot of the characters are still reeling from the event of the Last Jedi, or the Light of the Jedi. Like Bel Zettifar, because Bel had something tragic happen to him
He threw
and
me
his
off
master.
Oofda.
so
Yeah,
bad for a
that's-
second. I was because I know we were talking about High Republic, but I was like, World Between Worlds, where we at?
No. But yeah, Bel had something happen
Thank
to
you
him.
for validating me, even though we've moved on to the Bevins book.
Not as good.
I mean, you're right,
So good.
but I still like Incredibles too. Anyways, Bel had something tragic happen to him. He's really that's kind of his arc throughout the book. Him struggling with what's going on with his what happened to his master. But then I think the pacing in the first half, because it kind of works in 2 acts in terms of the lead up to the fair and everything that happens at the fair, and then the last few pages are a mind of its own. But in the lead up to the fair, we get a lot of interesting things from Elzar Mann, Stellan Gios, Bell Zettifar. The pacing is very good. Starts to set up a lot of these recurring characters, some that we've seen before, like Bell Zettifar, like Markion Ro, what his plans are. We also get introduced to some new characters, like Ty Yorick is a new character that we see in this book. Very big surprise for me in terms of what her character is and how she interacts with other people. We also see more of Elzar Mann, who just blew me away. Elzar
Do we get more
Mann,
Avar? Do we get more Avar, Chris?
Interestingly enough, no. Avar takes a backseat in this book. She was kind of front and center in the last book. But Avar,
and she's in the comic too.
Granted, what's going on in the comic books right now, for people that are reading the Marvel storyline, she's dealing with the Drengir infestation that has blown up since Into the Dark. There's Drengir all along the frontier, as we learned in the latest Marvel issue, number 6. There's Drengir all along the frontier, and Avar has called on a lot of Jedi to work against that. So Avar is working with the Hutts against the Drengir, as we learned in the Marvel comic books.
Nathan's like, what?
Yeah, they're working with the Hutts, which is crazy,
Working
Nathan.
with the Hutts, you said.
Yeah, with the early remnants of the Hutts, because
Are they still gangsters?
Oh, probably even more so.
Yeah,
See the comics.
they're not like gangsters yet. They're kind of like this, like group, not like Nile-like, but there's like a big antagonistic group, like pirates.
Yeah,
They're like pirates.
they're basically like
So
they're not
they're less
pirate
like, they're
gangsters.
less like a mob and more like
They're like pirate gangsters. Just
Pirate
wait till you
gangsters.
see this design of them. It's so cool.
It's pretty cool. They're really cool
Based on-
designs, and they're not like just situated on Tatooine yet. They're just going from planet to planet, smuggling
remember-
and doing shit.
I don't know what comic it was from, but I saw there was like going around this hut that was like super jacked. I was like,
It's probably I can't remember.
Maybe it's High Republic, but there's been a lot of Hutts in the main Star Wars run too. But
True.
yeah,
with an 8-pack? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember that APAC one. But yeah, so they're working with the Jedi, they're working with all this stuff, and a lot of Jedi do not like this. They don't like they're working with the Hutts. I would love to do a read along. Let's do that. Nathan, let's make it happen.
Yeah, a read along in silence per the library.
Follow us on the Hyperspace Hype Twitch channel. I'll be doing a Writing Storm audio commentary the whole way through.
If you would like to launch that, by all means,
Donate to us.
Like,
Subscribe, follow us.
I can't maintain the streaming, but I will join parties of streams so we can all play Squadrons or something.
It has to happen one day. I have Squadron on PlayStation Plus.
I need to continue it, and I need to get to when Hera pops up.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I think the pacing in the first half is really interesting. It's really building up a lot of characters and events and ideology. But yeah, Avar takes a back seat. A lot of the perspectives is Bell, Stellan, Elzar, Ty Yorick, Markion. That's 5 perspectives. And a lot of other ones. Some surprising characters as well. Some recurring
That's Alfred.
characters. Oh, that'd be really
Alfred.
cool.
You mean you go Alfred?
Who's doing the audiobook for Writing Storm? I don't even know.
The boy. What's his name?
The boy.
The best audiobook guy of Star Wars.
Oh, yes.
You heard it here,
The
folks.
goat. The goat.
Here-
What is his,
here-
fuck is his name?
You heard it here, folks. Brahms the boy
No.
narrating.
Yeah,
What the fuck is his name?
he does all the audiobooks.
Kevin Scott. Just kidding.
Why does I think it starts with a K? Is it like Kevin
Kevin
Keith?
Kevin
Kiner is.
No.
Kevin McAllister. Huh.
If Macaulay Culkin did, like, that would be interesting.
That would be so bad.
No.
Okay, I'm looking it up right now.
Thanks. But yeah.
Mark
yeah,
Thompson.
Mark Thompson, right?
Mark.
Thank you,
Thompson.
Ben, for giving that answer.
What a guy.
What would we do without Ben? Oh,
Whatever.
Ben or Mark Thompson?
Both simultaneously.
Is Ben our executive producer now?
Kind of.
If his stream goes wrong, just call Ben.
Call him Ben. He's our moderator.
Honest, I really should give him mod capabilities. I'll do it right now. Fuck it.
Yeah, to kick out the stupid bot that. Oh, can I see your T-shirt?
Yeah, can you guys move your mics and then stand to see your full torso?
What has that been all about? 2 weeks in a row.
No, it's funny.
I'm knocking on wood though. I don't want that guy showing up again.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, and then the second half of the Rising Storm is pure action. Pure action.
Ben Barnos is now a moderator of your channel.
Yay! That was quick.
You earned it, buddy.
But yeah, the second part of the book is pure action, pure Jedi and Nihil chaos. I loved it. And yeah, I don't want to get into any more than that, but I just think it's probably the best writing I've seen in the High Republic era just far.
Wow.
There's a lot of
better than Light of the Jedi?
Better than Light of the Jedi. It doesn't kick off as hot as Light of the Jedi because it doesn't have to, because
right.
there's
We
no
get a
great
little bit of
disaster.
reflective
Build up, yeah, like everything like that. And it's really good build up too. Like character work is strong. It's just such an intense book. There's a lot of great
streamer.
Hell yes. Congrats, Ben.
Assistant to the regional stream.
No, we're ocean to ocean here.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Galaxy to galaxy.
My brother, actually, funny thing, my brother posted like this picture of him in an aquarium today, and I just commented ocean to ocean.
Oh, what? Oh,
was
your
he
brother
confused?
was. I thought you were saying Pitbull was in an aquarium. I was like,
No, my brother posted a picture of him at an aquarium, and I just commented no context, ocean to ocean. It just left it.
Now Evan's got to go in.
You're like, what? That's funny. Worldwide. But
New podcast.
yeah, I just think this book it excels upon what Light of the Jedi did so well with his character work, and Light of the Jedi also has some great action and some great quotes and some great moments. But this one, it's a full package. It's everything I want in Star Wars. I mean, I love a lot of romance. There's not a lot of romance in this book, but I don't know if it's good. But yeah,
No, stop.
there's stuff. There's stuff in this book. And there's some character dynamics that really surprised me that I would just say are some of my favorite moments in this book as well. Markion Ro is the best. I love him. I hate him. I love him. And I hate him. He's a great character.
Is he the Gus of the Star Wars universe?
Yes, he is. And the internal Nihil politics that we saw in the last book continue here in very great fashion. And overall, yeah, I just loved it. It's intense. It's dramatic. It's emotional. Oh, and Kevin is known for his horror too. Like he's a horror guy.
That's
and I think he really, with this Vader castle stuff. And I think there's moments of great horror. It's not like, Halloween or Fear Street or anything like that, but there's moments of like Star Wars type horror that I really like. One of the main questions leading into that Republic in general that they always talk about in every interview was like, what do the Jedi fear? That's why we go through the High Republic. And this book really goes into that. I'll just say that. But yeah, I love this book. I loved it. I can't wait to read Race to Crash Point Tower, written by Daniel Jose Older, which takes place during this event.
What's it called?
Race to Crash Point Tower.
It's a title.
It's a title.
I fucking love that. It sounds like so crazy. I was like,
yeah.
No, they even brought that up during the stream. Like Charles Soule was like moderating that Barnes and Noble stream. He's like, I'm just gonna say that again because it's so cool. Because I'm like, am I crashing into the tower and I'm racing in the crash? What am I doing?
So, yeah, that features Ram Jamaram and yeah, Ram Jamaram.
oh my fucking god!
Aiden's gonna go pick this book up tomorrow.
I seem like he reads for it.
About to just like pull out my phone. This is Audible. It's good.
There we go. Yeah, this is Race to Crash Point Tower. And right there, that's Lula Talasola from the IDW.
From IDW, yeah.
Yep, and then that's Ram right there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep,
Yeah,
Daniel
check out.
Jose Order. But yep, and then in 2 weeks now, or 2 to 3 weeks, we get Justina
Not
Ireland
ready.
Out of the Dark, I think it's called. Into the Dark and
Out of the yeah, I think it's Out of the Shadows.
Out of the Shadows. I'm like, it can't be Out of the Dark. But yeah, Out of the Shadows, which I'm hyped for because Star Wars explained it by it's less intense, way less intense than the Rising Storm, which makes sense. Rising Storm is crazy, but I heard this book is very internal, and I really like that, especially with characters like Emery, Comac, who already have a lot of baggage from Claudia's
A
great
Test
book.
of Courage is so good. Her first book in the High Republic.
I love the Test of Courage.
Yeah, I can't wait to get more internal Emery because fantastic character.
Yeah, and same for Reith. Reith
yeah,
and Comac already have that
and
baggage.
And Vernestra's in. Oh my god.
And Vernestra, Vernestra's going to be meeting Reith and Comac, and then Emery. Like all these favorite characters of mine in one book.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. And I can't wait to see the Vessel crew.
Right.
What are their names again?
Oh my god.
The Matthew McConaughey character and the engineer.
Yeah, Lux. Something, and
shit, I forget her name, but she's going to be in
it. You say?
What's her name?
He's like the Matthew McConaughey of Star Wars. He's really great.
He's like.
They're both going to be in the IDW next arc, which is very.
Oh, they are.
Is he like a person or a droid or?
He's a person.
He looks like if Matthew McConaughey was mixed with Hondo.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You described that. My brain was just like, I really love the Alan Rickman droid in Rebels.
Yeah.
They just take a Star Wars character and it's like just emulate this likable voice.
Right. Man, too much content and stories and shows and movies and my brain.
Affy Hollow.
Affy.
That was gonna kill me. But yeah, her and Lux and Geode are gonna be in the next arc of the IDW run starting, I think, this month.
Okay, IDW only went 5 issues, right? And then 6 is a new one. Well, why did they do that? That's just annoying. But
what? Why?
Because the main ones get to start the new arc on 7, and this one's starting the new arc on 6.
Yeah, that's a bit confusing. But yeah, because Lula is not going to be in the next arc as much because she's in this book.
Yes.
So, and Yoda's not going to be in the next arc as much either because Yoda has a mission that was revealed in number 5 where he's looking for an artifact.
How is Yoda in the High Republic?
Really good so far. He's a great teacher. He's pretty much Yoda. He's part of the Grand High Council. Good old IGN. Is this an IGN thing, Ben?
It could be.
If Ben did one for me, it would just be like, I cried 10 out of 10.
Nathan cries literally at everything.
I'm an emotional person.
Transformers are Dark of the Moon.
Sam Witwicky. Here we go.
I cried.
No. Well, we'll see.
Optimus Prime speech.
We got to do Transformers commentary, guys.
Oh my god, I would love to.
We have to.
Unironically, the first one slaps. I'm ready.
First one's good at moments. First one has this
Bumblebee slaps.
First one's fun. Bumblebee's fun. Bumblebee's immaculate.
Bumblebee is fucking awesome.
Thanks, IGN, for the sponsor.
Oh, Jesus, not IGN.
IGN gives 10 out of 10s, I don't know.
Loki episode 4, 5 out of 10. Really wasted time.
Alright.
I feel bad for that guy because they got
replaced him for the next
They replaced
review.
him because the guy shitted on him so badly. I mean, come on. Get some backbone, IGN. Support your writers. Just because they had a different opinion. But anyways, yeah.
It's better than the Miles Morales guy.
Oh, man. Poor guy. Yeah.
Dude, I
saw
saw
a young black teen, right?
what did I see? I saw a mashup of that on TikTok.
Yeah, wait, what was the description?
Wasn't it the swagger of a young black teen?
The exaggerated swagger.
Exaggerated swagger.
As he jumps off the rooftop effort.
There's so many TikToks of exaggerated swagger.
Yeah, and what was it the other? It was so funny. Also, I've been seeing just Vin Diesel TikToks all over.
Oh,
and this one was so funny today. It was like the shark. It was in the Shark Tank, the show Shark Tank. Mark Cuban's like, I don't know if I can invest in this. It doesn't seem like a viable business. And then the mock person goes, my family did so much to get here. And then it cuts to Vin Diesel with the Fast Five. Did you say family? This is an amazing business. I'll give you what you want for 5%.
Wow.
I saw a great Vin Diesel TikTok. We're off topic, but we saw a great one. That was just like, it was the end game battle, and they were like, Friday, where are they shooting at? Something entered the upper atmosphere. And they edited Dom in the Charger. Not only is he coming down, they edited the windows to look like he's actually going through the fucking air, and he crashes through in the fucking Charger.
Dude, I saw one.
Great edit.
I saw one with Vin with the gauntlet, too. It was so good.
Oh, I need to see that.
Those Vin memes are pretty damn awesome.
Oh, Nathan, I'm going to go find these TikToks and send them to you because they're so funny.
There was also another random one that was like Harry Potter related. That was just like, all right, guys, we're going to show off something that like you have that not a lot of, that like nobody
Dominic Toretto, is that you?
No, but it was weird because it was like Harry Potter was like, whoa, and it was like, oh, an invisibility cloak, nice. What do you have, Dom? Can you beat that? And he's like, I got family. Harry's just like, oh, shit.
Make me no Oak this bitch. I got a family.
Oh my god.
Vin is too powerful.
I watched Patrick Williams' video of taking his parents to the F9 without having them. They haven't seen a single Fast and Furious movie, and it is quite a joy for 35 minutes of just
I gotta watch it.
Listening to his mom. His mom is like over the moon about it, and his dad's like, and he's driving a muscle car through the forest. Doesn't make any sense.
None of it makes sense.
He did tweet that they actually hooked them to like start, and now they just saw the first one. They liked it a lot.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, his mom was all excited to watch him, and then his dad's like, I don't know, maybe if I have the flu or something, I'll like binge it. It was so great.
Wow.
But I think that wraps it up. I think that's it for my notes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All good here.
Look at us, under 2 hours. Who would have thought? Not us.
That's not going to happen tomorrow.
And on my next tangent,
King the Conqueror tomorrow, yeah. Spoiler.
4 hours. 4 hours. In 4 to 5 hours, I'm gonna see King the Conqueror.
No, Carson. Word of the wise: when you mute Loki tomorrow, don't click on the search tab for Twitter.
I just kept it muted. I haven't even unmuted Loki.
Just stay up.
No.
I will watch it first thing tomorrow, so I knew I'll be watching it.
Don't look at Twitter. Just watch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at Twitter because every time people are like, "OMG," in our chat, I'm like, "Oh gosh." So
it's always the Loki stands. They're like, "OMG, Loki's so hot," and I'm like, I haven't even seen this damn scene. Leave me alone.
But yeah, I think that's it. Tomorrow we're gonna have Emma coming in for Loki.
That's right.
And Micah.
That's gonna be so fun.
Absolutely.
And our Black Widow review. We're gonna be reviewing the opening credits of Black Widow because we're
so. Yes. Another lost debacle.
Okay. Somebody mute Carson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear Kelly's anime screaming in the background too as I say that.
Oh yeah. Everybody keep talking so we don't get copyright. Funimation's gonna kill me. But yeah, with that being said, guys, had a blast. Evan, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9. Reacting to all the craziness that was the first week of Big Brother 23. Ben, we will kill you if you watch My Cup of Tea without watching the lucky finale.
Wow.
Let's go against my orders. But yeah, the first week of Big Brother 23 was freaking amazing and crazy and insane. The first name of the guy's HOH is Frenchie. This guy Frenchie. He's insane. He's crazy. But I'll be tweeting about Big Brother. Tomorrow I'll be tweeting about Loki and all the craziness there. And yeah, come see us tomorrow for My Cup of Tea. It's going to be a big episode.
Carson, where can they find you?
You guys can find me with my pet alligator Loki. I feel like they need to sell did they sell a plush of that yet? I just want that.
I'm sure they will. Also, he's actually behind it all.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to just be Alligator Loki sitting in a throne in this little castle, or at least somebody pretending to be him as a joke. It'd be kind of fun.
There's like what, and then he
transforms. Yeah,
King Loki. Yeah.
It just does it like 3 times. Dormammu, I have come to bark.
Dormammu, come to bark.
Anyways, Twitter at the Film Carson talking about
films.
I never even tweet about Loki. I don't even know what I tweet about. I tweet about dumb stuff like
you retweet.
I need to tweet more.
You don't do like
Yeah, I tweet about some things.
reactions to Loki.
I was tweeting about the news.
Star Trek. We'll talk about that tomorrow too.
Yeah, that's so excited for Star Trek 4. Can you believe it's
When
been 5
are we
years?
going to watch the Star Trek trailer?
5 years since Beyond.
Do you want to do it before Star Wars?
Like I
faster.
went to 4 years of college since Beyond has happened.
That's insane.
Come on, Chris Pine.
You started
Come on.
college in 2016?
What?
You started college in 2016?
I graduate. No, I graduated high school May or June of 2017, and I started August 2017. But
Spotlight BX. Thanks, man.
thank you, Ben.
Oh shit.
The viewers need to know.
Thank you, Ben. Well, he put his time to good use.
Look at this. We're a marketing fanatic here. We got description, we got our verbal tag, and the comments.
Yeah.
We cannot be missed.
Do we have to pay Ben now?
All of the Patreon receipts that are rolling in right now.
Hey.
Oh, Nate, that's where they can find you.
Part of me was like very fearful he was going to type 5, and I was like, oh no.
Hello.
Oh god damn it. Yeah, you can find me praising everything that the Marvel Altar offers me, even if there is no Kang. Probably. We're gonna see what happens. I'm really excited to react to it and have my reaction up in the next 7 hours, probably, if I'm lucky.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does to you. I don't go to bed until 11 in the morning. So I'm horrible.
What time did you get up today?
5
PM?
Yeah, 5 p.m.
Oh.
I'm a goddamn vampire. I mean,
You are. That's literally the definition of a vampire. What are you, Castlevania, motherfucker? What's going on?
I sleep like this. It's just fucking what's
Do you
the
ever
Twitter
just
news?
do you ever just go out in your house and your grandparents are just like they start we're eating dinner or something?
No one interacts with each other in my house.
Oh dang.
It's sad.
What is happening? End the podcast.
Cut the tea. Cut the tea.
Cut the tea. Cut the
Distract us, Ben. Distract us. Oh no!
Oh shit! That wasn't in the contract.
Oh no!
Verbal agreement. Oh, you can sue us.
We're in the wrong timeline. Prune it. All right. If you guys enjoyed this chaos, make sure you like button, subscribe, and already. That being said, hope you have a great day. May the force be with you always.